Hello, hello! Are we live? I was not ready. Sorry, guys. I had to go AFK because I needed to put some laundry in. This intro was a few minutes longer than I expected. So yeah, sorry about that. I think everything else is ready. Does my room look like a tip? No. Kind of, maybe. Well, don't worry about it. Yeah. Well. Hello. Welcome. Right. I'm sweating. I am so sorry. Yes, thank you, DJ. I know. I just haven't had time to put it in yet. Let me sort that out. Whew. Classic scuffed Mr. Matt intro. But I'm here now, and that's what matters, because today we got something special planned. Something very unique, very interesting, which I think is going to be... I don't know. This is going to be a unique stream, okay? Today, guys, we're doing a plushie review of sorts. This is a classic thing. This harks back to one of the old debate directs. If I actually, I haven't prepared the screen yet. Yeah. Sorry, I did not come to this prepared. Okay, before we get into it though, how are we today? DJ, Battle of the Plushies. Which ones will come out on top? Find out now. That sounds like a Super Mario DJ, like, video description. I kind of like the, you know, showman kind of thing. Super Soul, Insta, Matt Jump Scare. Or more plush, or more plushes, Slay No Diff. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't know. But the, But yeah, there's today's question of the day. What is your favourite plush toy / merch and why? Today's charity shout out goes to Charity Water. I'll talk about all of that and more in a bit. Yeah, guys, you remember the old Debate Direct episodes, I should say, actually. Where are they? Where? Here they are. Yeah, these three. 17, 18, and 19. I haven't really done anything like these before or since, but I did a massive showcase and review in 3 parts of all my FNAF action figures. Each one was about an hour and a half long, so in total that's 4.5 hours of just showing off FNAF toys and talking about them. I, like, collected all of the, like, 4 waves from Funko at the time. Good stuff, mostly. The quality's definitely dipped more recently, but of course, you know, hopefully... that hasn't been the case for, you know, my content. I said that while scrolling. Excuse me. So, here's the thing, guys. Today, obviously, I'm going to be reviewing stuff like this. Because I got a few plushies of my own, mostly merchandise, but the thing is... Let me just turn down the music first of all. Crikey, that's loud. I wouldn't consider myself an authority on this subject. I enjoy some, you know, merchandise, some plush toys, but I'm not really an authority on it. It's not something I'm super familiar with. I mean, hell, I haven't really collected or you know, used any. I'm sorry about the loud music, guys. The audio's fixed now. But, like, you know, plush toys are mostly a kid's thing. So, I don't know if this is just me, but, like, as I've gotten older, I've stayed away from them significantly more. Some exceptions, of course, have been the likes of these bad boys. Or the merchandise, and, you know, additional content, I guess, for video game characters. I mean, I have a lot of individual stories about each of these, some of which you may know. So there's a lot to tell. And I'm just going to place on my desk, because that looks cool. Like, I won't lie, this is cool. It's a bit much to have on the range like this, but as a YouTuber to have, like, references in the background, like the posters, this shit's cool. Humpty Dumpty fell off a wall. But, I am not the authority on this. Alright, Livy, hello, welcome. I'm not the authority on this topic. You know who is? This guy. Super Mario DJ. He's in chat. He should be tagged in the description and or the title. So guys, please welcome the one and only DJ. That's your cue. I'm gonna call you now. The one, the only, and the best. Here he is. Hello. DJ?
Yeah. Hello. Just
welcome.
Doing some audio adjustment on my end.
Of course. Can you guys hear him alright? Is the balancing all good? Too loud, too quiet? Let us know.
Hello.
That looks weird. You can see my lips down there. What's going on? Water glass reflections.
What's weird?
Anyway. But DJ, welcome to the stream. How are you today?
I'm doing alright.
I don't think you need an introduction at this point. If you guys don't know who this guy is, just check out his channel. What his most popular videos are.
You might want to open a specific playlist because it'll be relevant to today.
Ah! Yeah, I have no idea which one.
The SMDJ plush video playlist.
Plush video.
It's you're gonna have to check like the general.
Sorry, yeah, like it's because there's a thing. YouTube playlists, they don't display properly. Like, you have to like finding playlists is a hassle. And I tell viewers like to go find the playlist, but like it's probably more efficient to just search for it. What was it? The plush something?
It's one of the earlier playlists. So you gotta go to the.
Is it this one? Look at the stream. It might be a bit of delay. Is it Super Mario DJ videos plushie?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
see,
the one.
Here's the thing, guys. DJ's been doing these videos for a long time. Oh my god, 133. He's been doing these videos for a long time. I've taken a glimpse into DJ's oldest videos, and they're terrifying. It's absolutely, it's scary. They're so just unimaginably raw and old. It's like the nostalgia. I don't even have nostalgia for it because I wasn't there, but like it hits. Like this video, it's like, oh my god, no. Ah, it's too powerful. It's too powerful. I can't. But yeah. I don't really watch these kind of videos. They're not bad, they just don't really appeal to me. I don't enjoy watching people, you know, do skits and stuff with, like, plush toys. I don't know. But I have watched a couple of these, and I do remember the Toad arc very clearly. That was, like, a whole thing back in, like, 2021.
That was the very first and only arc at the moment.
I remember, like, the character, like, videos you did. It's all, like, yeah, stuff like this, like the FNAF characters and the Super Mario characters. It's great. Anyway, how about you explain, though, dude? What exactly are these plush videos all about? And like, tell us about you and your relationship, I guess, with plushies over the years.
So, well, for the videos, they're most of the time they're miscellaneous adventures, taking, iconic characters and putting them in, kind of day-to-day scenarios, having, one day, one day they'll be, trying to, host a birthday party, the next still, they'll be getting ready for a holiday, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like skits and kind of like, it's almost like, some of the animated shorts you see in the FNAF community, but like, with a different, like, medium, Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so
And
tonight they're usually a bit satirical, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. They varying on like whatever the topic of the video is. Sometimes there'll be funny moments and I'll get away with it. Like, oh, that's a keeper.
I like the new thumbnail style, by the way. It's got a lot more consistent.
I get to throw in a lot of like random like quotes or references, just like for like a gag or something. I'm like, oh, that's gonna carry the video. So yeah, I get to like mix again. It's like you basically get to throw these characters into like day-to-day scenarios and whatnot.
Forgive me going full interview mode, but I actually have a couple questions now that I think about it. So let me just do this in a structured way.
Yeah.
Why do you make plush videos? Like, how did this whole thing start?
Well, I addressed this on the one and only DJ Q&A from like, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, but I don't know, there were a couple channels that I watched back in the day that did this kind of stuff to a bit of a higher quality, and seeing some of that stuff was like made me start thinking, oh, I can do this with some of the stuff that I own in my collection. And over time I would just start developing ideas and things that I could potentially turn into videos, and then once I started doing videos, then I was able to turn those ideas into reality. So
interesting. Okay, yeah. And I guess the rest, as they say, is history. Because again, there's the thing, right? Like, you see like what professional YouTubers do, and you kind of imitate it, starting on the most basic indie scale. I mean, the oldest one of these is from 5 years ago, which is what, 2018? And you were what, 14 years old?
The very first one, the very first video, it was uploaded in 2018, but that little like 1 minute skit was recorded like 2-3 years before 2018. So.
Oh my gosh! So
that's
why
I sound completely different in that one video, because it was recorded when I was still a tad younger.
Right. So, is this Mario's Cookout we're talking about, or is this a different video?
We're talking about the secret Mario's Cookout. Like I said, it's like the very like first was recorded before I even started YouTube on like little handheld camera type thing.
Where would I find that? Or is it like unlisted now?
No, you're on the very first video. That's the oldest one I'm
it is Mario's Cookout. Right. Okay. So.
Yeah.
So this, even though it was uploaded in 2018, this is from 2015?
I think about, give or take, yeah.
Which was 8 years ago. Which means you were 11 years old in this? Is that right?
Well, no. Not 11. I don't think it was 11. Because I'm 20
You're 19, right? Oh, you're 20. Okay, so 12.
No.
So this is like...
Yeah. 12.
Almost pre-teen. This is like when you were just starting your teenage years. Long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And is this the only one? Are all the others from like 2018 onwards?
Yes, everything's 2018 onwards.
Damn.
I think I have some other miscellaneous files if I can find that I could dig up from whatever too, but yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
That might be worth doing a behind the scenes link.
Today we're doing a plush collection.
I'm just watching.
We're gonna probably split it into a couple parts.
Plush collection part 1.
Nintendo plushies plus.
But yeah, this is like
I want to remake
stuff.
those because, like, man, it's been like 5 years since the first plush collection came out. I have way more since then.
I'm just looking at the newest one to compare, like, how far it's come. Because you make these with your mate, Jason, is it? Like, as well, it's not just you. You actually collaborate for these videos.
And in certain videos, even a couple of his siblings help, mainly the Bowser Jr. videos. So.
Nice. Anyways, but let's get on with this, guys. So that's kind of the premise. So DJ, what in your opinion makes a good plushie? What is like the criteria for a good plushie?
I think so. Okay, so I think there's two categories because like we're gonna be talking about plushies based off existing IPs, but then we should also talk about a general like description of a plush, I would say.
Yeah.
So I would say for a general plush, it should be something, that is pretty, soft, pretty. It's like you can actually have it sit up and it won't, it's not gonna be pretty floppy. It'll fall over in a matter of seconds.
I was just gonna say,
and,
like with the thumbnail, it's nice when you can actually stand them up. Like Baldy here is hard to stand up on his own.
Yeah.
Because he's so top heavy. But like Rockstar Foxy here is, well, we'll get into that soon. But yeah, the texture obviously, because they're soft, right? The idea is that, children can sleep with them and that, like, they are, like, really, like, safe.
Yeah. They obviously either most of the time they're either filled with like stuffing or sometimes they do like bean. I think they're like little beans. I forget what it's called, but sometimes they'll have something else for.
When they like because the inside there's different kinds of like fabrics and textiles and stuff people can use. Yeah, I'm not knowledgeable on this, but I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super Soul's brought up a good point in chat, by the way. Materials are important for durability, essentially, so that they actually don't like tear and like wear out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Duncan, welcome to the stream. Yep, Mario's cooking. Also, we've got some interesting topics in chat. I love that Super Soul's talking about a plush that was custom made by a friend that unfortunately he doesn't know what happened to it. And Livy has Isabelle from Acnel and Pip up from Pokemon. I do have all my childhood teddies in a box room because they take up a lot of space otherwise. Yeah, me too. You guys might have seen in the past, there's a box that was in the corner of the room just here in a lot of my backgrounds. I still got them because the thing is, plushies have sentimental value, right? When you grow up, it's like, wow, these are like a piece of history. I don't know about you guys, I got a lot as a kid, and I still obviously get some. This is more of a kind of like, guys, look, I really like this game, so I got some merch for it. But back when I was younger, obviously, I had loads of like teddy bears and stuff. And I made a mistake when I was like 12, 13, 14. I thought, I was in that awful teenage phase where you're under so much peer pressure, you start thinking things like, I'm too old for this. This is so cringe. I don't need plushies anymore. Let's chuck some away. And what happened is that there were a bunch that I sold to the charity shop. I figured, I don't know, I don't want to get rid of all of them, I guess, and I wasn't sure, so I got rid of like half of them. And I kind of regret that now, because like half of the plush toys I grew up on are like just gone now. I don't know where they are in the world. I don't know if I'll ever find them again. Hopefully they're being taken care of.
And yeah.
But yeah, I've only got like half the ones I originally had.
Another good thing about holding on to some of those is that with any piece of merchandise, the price usually goes up years later after that thing is no longer in stock. So
that's
sometimes
thing,
you could hold
right?
on to that stuff.
What's valuable? DJ, what kind of plushie would be worth like $20 whole to you? Like, I don't know if that's expensive. It sounds expensive for a plushie. Or if like $30, what would you pay that for? What would be like the requirements?
Well, we can talk about that because one of the plushies in the thumbnail, I kind of got around that price range, the 20-30 that you're mentioning, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Shall we just get into this then? I feel like we've got a rough idea. It's all about materials. I think visual appearance and design is important too, like artistically. Things like color palettes and shapes. And obviously things like durability. Let's get into this.
Yeah, and also for, like, again, merch, plushies based off IPs, you want to see if they've got how much detail they put into it.
I'm going to start off with a strong one that I would consider a very good plushie, one of mine. And that is, of course, Rockstar Foxy. Okay, let me just run you guys through this. Now, obviously, physically having the plushie is different from just looking at pictures of it, and DJ has far more plushies than me because he actually like collects them and keeps them for videos and stuff. I just don't.
Yeah, I can find, so we have.
Yeah. But if I am struggling
going.
to find more to talk about, I might go look up some images online of like FNAF merch I haven't bought or something of the like. Anyway, I don't want to blind myself here, but I hope you guys can get a nice.
I might be your guy if you tab over the Discord.
Yeah.
There's a whole plush net right here.
Oh, here we go. Camera's on. How you doing, you handsome lad? That looks awesome, dude. I remember you having the whole. There he is. Hello. Yeah, but like the plush net is such a cool feature, honestly.
Yeah.
But anyways, dude, yeah.
There's more on this room. That's just like one of the display areas.
Yeah, it's pretty creative. Tell you what, I actually have. The thing is, I have a really good phone, so the photos I was able to get of these guys for the thumbnail are really crispy. Like, let me zoom in and enhance. They're really high quality. They probably give you a better look. Okay, so here's the thumbnail, right? Should put you down there. So, these guys, if I just get a new slide, and I just put them here. No, that's the wrong one. Give me this. Hold on. If I do this, can I just, like, reset pictures? Oh, there we go. Yep. Okay, wow. You see what I mean about the resolution? Yeah, I got some crispy images of these guys. So there's a nice close-up look. That's probably going to be better than me just waving them in front of their camera. But, alright, so let me run through this. I haven't, like, got an established criteria. This isn't, like, my FNAF tier list. But looking at this, okay. First things first, the actual just appearance, the thing that catches your eye, the thing that makes you decide whether or not you want to buy it, because for me, that's the most important, like, thing. It's like the atmosphere value in Pizza Sim. It's like, does this look good? Forget about weight and texture stuff. Does it look cool? I think it does. I think this accurately captures the important details of Rockstar Foxy from Pizzeria Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night, while also adapting them into a plushie format pretty effectively. Like, the way the eye is done with, like, the little dot to indicate that it's supposed to be, like, a shiny material. The little parrot, like, it's got its own, like, you know, blue dot eye and everything. Even the beak, if you look really closely, it's actually got two colors. You can barely see it on here. But, like, there's actually the right level of detail, I'd say. It's pretty simplified, but it's not oversimplified. You know, one thing, obviously, to point out is that the nose is obviously a different material and everything, which is always fun. But yeah, like the star is there. They even got the peg leg with the colors, which is quite nice. And just like the overall, like the shape and everything. I will say, like, the eye patch is weird. If I actually had a reference up, his eye patch doesn't loop around the rest of his head when it should. And it's like, the details are probably not 100% accurate. Like, I could even, but like, I'm not going to get up a reference. Like, I can tell who the character is. It doesn't need to be one-to-one. Like, the hair tuft, I don't remember having, like, 4 parts. But, yeah, so I think, like, this looks really good. As a model example. But also, you know, it's lightweight and it's soft. When you lift it up, it's hard to explain it, but this is really lightweight. Like, I can feel it. It's not so light, it's like it's barely there. But it's, like, 20 grams? 40 grams? I don't know. It's nice and light. And, the actual texture is really soft. It's not, like, silky smooth or anything, but it's, like, you know, soft enough that it has almost a bit of grip, if that makes sense. But the nose, obviously, has that kind of, like, hard plastic thing that they do. Like, this is, again, this is Funko, if I'm being honest. They probably copy-pasted it from another, you know, plushie they produced, because they are lazy. Like, it's not going to be custom modeled for this. But, like, I mean, I'm not an expert on child safety, but, like, unless someone, like, gets smacked in the eye, that's probably fine. Like, it's good. I think, actually, the star actually has a different texture. If I rub my finger on that, I have to describe it to you, because you can't experience this, but it's like a rubbery kind of texture. And I don't know, I like the depth. It's like, that's a sticker. They put that on, but it works as a sticker, because it actually, like, shines.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm kind of impressed with the parrot. Like, it doesn't feel fragile, like it's going to fall out. And the whole thing is made of, like, felt fabric. Like, none of it is a sticker. It's all printed. And again, like, there's actually, like, layers. Like, with the eye, you can actually tell there's, like, the eyelid is, like, higher up. And the eye is, like, underneath it because of how they've I don't know how exactly to explain this. They've like printed like the eye, and then they've like knitted the thing around it. If that makes
I think
sense.
that or sewn around it.
Sewn. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. And the eyebrows as well are sewn, and it's like they are a darker color and they're indented. So it's like there's a lot of thought put into this design. I think this is a model example. There's other than the eye patch inaccuracy, like nothing about this plushie is that bad to me. Like the head shape, you know, the details, and you can actually kind of pose it. Like you can have its head turn, and like it sits really nicely on surfaces. Like it's not gonna, you know, it doesn't fall over. It's the kind of center of weight is immaculate. So like DJ, what I didn't mention, guys, is that this is a gift that DJ got me for Christmas one year. He actually paid for this and mailed it to me. It was like $30 in the end, maybe more. Just for this little guy, and he's been like, you know, in my background ever since. And like, it's so cool. I think this like symbolizes our friendship. I know how like stupid that sounds, but like it symbolizes all we've accomplished together with all this YouTube stuff as well, and like, you know, how special Five Nights at Freddy is. It's really cool. It's definitely one of the best plushies I've ever had. So now that I've praised that one and talk about criticism, DJ, what we're gonna do now is take turns. And you can actually show off, I think, 3, because you got way more than me. I want to see a bunch of different ones and your different takes. You know what you would consider.
I have
a
nice selection. So
yeah, we planned this. So go on. Let's see. Like, it doesn't have to be. Just kind of give us 3 plushies and give us an honest review of them. Let's see what comes out of this.
Well, if we're gonna go off of GIF plushies, we're gonna present Boris first.
Ah, yes, of course. Dude, I remember having so many delays and issues with, like, mailing this thing. Like, there was one Christmas where I was trying to get my friends gifts, like, actually mail them stuff. It was a whole process, because I'd barely done it before. It worked in the end, but it's like, it took such a long time to go across the Atlantic, because with you, it's not like mailing my mates in Europe. It's like, I can do that, and they can travel, you know, within days. With you, it took, like, a week, like, more. Anyways,
I think about you.
Let's talk about the plushie itself.
So, obviously, first impressions, I would say it's pretty straight on accurate to the character that it is representing. So, that is nice. I think, yeah. It also feels like there's a bit of flexibility with the legs, and the legs, I think it's actually one of the plushies that has, rather than the stuffing, the more like bean texture, so you can actually feel it.
Ooh. Yeah, that one was just regular like stuffing, like that kind of, you know, fluff they always have.
Yeah. And he does sit pretty well if I have him just in my hand, so no worries of him kind of falling over. And while he does have like the usual tags that he would have on it, they're not in too, awkward of a space, and also he does have a hook, like if he would have been on a store shelf or whatever. But honestly, you could use that. You can honestly use that and kind of have it hang up, like I have with a couple of these guys right here.
Dude, it's literally been like 2 years, so I kind of forgot about this plush. Yeah, that's a neat detail.
Yeah, and pretty, like I said, pretty well rounded, I would say. Like I said, nothing that I would say is like standing out as, there's like a small nitpick. So I would say overall it's a pretty solid plush.
Visually, I do think the design, like the face shape and the size of the snout, feels off and disproportionate to like actual Boris. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure this is actually a 1-to-1 recreation of the actual bendy merchandise in Heavenly Toys. So it's actually 100% accurate to the game. Like, I do remember those plushies. It's pretty damn close. And it's like an in-universe thing. And I think that's the best kind of, like, plush toy merch. When you got a franchise like Five Nights at Freddy's or Bendy the Machine, and you have those in-universe merch just literally transplanted into reality, like, 1-to-1, the accuracy on this kind of thing is crazy. And yeah, it's a pretty minimal design, and I'm sure it's not, like, 100%. But yeah, it's really cool. Like, they got the kind of whiskers, I guess, and the ears, and of course the iconic eyes.
little dots. I don't know. I wouldn't call it whiskers. It's like a little freckles. That's
I don't know. He's a wolf. It's. But anyway, Foxy has those too. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have like a rating system for this, or a point system, like out of 10. I don't know.
I mean, I've done that with some of the merch that I reviewed, so I guess we could do that.
Do you want to just use your system? Because this whole stream is improvised, guys. We were gonna do this Sunday, but I'm gonna be at the cinema Sunday possibly. So we've like improvised this like within less than a day.
Yeah.
I made the thumbnail like 3 hours ago.
And since we'll be reviewing a good few, I'm gonna make sure I'm pretty, I think, reasonable with my rating. So, like I said, I think it's pretty solid. But since we're going to be reviewing a lot of them, I'm going to give, I would say Boris was probably either 8 or 9. I'm not going to give him a full 10 out of 10. But
yeah,
I think pretty
it doesn't, it feels like it could have been a bit more, I don't know. Maybe it's like, I like it when they're sepia rather than black and white, I don't know. But yeah, I give it like a 9 out of 10. I feel like it's not entirely accurate, but it looks and feels pretty good from what I can tell.
Yeah, and for Rockstar Foxy before, and I would probably say 8 or 9 out of 10 again, because it's pretty accurate. Obviously, I don't know, Funko is weird, because there's a few Foxy plushies that have the hook, and then some of them don't.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's like...
I should mention, yeah, actually, he doesn't have the hook.
Interpretation, that takes away from it.
Yeah,
but,
he doesn't have the hook at all, so that is actually an inaccuracy, which I forgot about. I don't think I can have my camera on while I'm streaming, because it will only work in one app at a time, so unfortunately I can't show you my face in real time. But, yeah, just to respond to chat, by the way, that's the thing, Livy, that sticker has never peeled, and I've actually never touched it before that I can remember, so I don't know. Justice for Duncan, why is he getting censored? Also, yeah, let's just ignore the fever dream of Choo Choo Charles and Gartner Banban. I will not acknowledge that. Livy, you went to Smith's yesterday and saw a bunch of FNAF plushies. Nanami, welcome. I'm really sorry you didn't sleep well. If this helps you nap, just do it. Why would I time you out? How would I know to time you out if you fell asleep? Please, have a snooze. Anyway, but yeah, DJ, let's see some more plushies. Let's get some comparisons here. What do we got?
Let's move on to one of them that is in the thumbnail.
Yes.
Bring up Mario.
So just to look at the thumbnail real quick. There we go. Yeah, this is like just Mario.
This is a Mario plush, because I'm gonna be honest. There are a million of these different times. There are different Marios of all shapes and sizes. So.
Yeah. I should ask though, how long have you had this one? Is this the Mario plushie from your oldest like videos?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Just to pull it out, because I need to have a comparison. I think both of these are relatively being the oldest, and then this just furthers the point of that. No two Mario plushies are one and the like.
Every copy of Mario plushie is personalized.
Yeah. This poor Mario plush has a little neck tilt because of wear and tear, but he's still standing.
You've had this for like 5 years? More?
5 or more, give or take, and same with this one, because this one, this one's had its hat sewed back on, so.
Damn. Okay, so these are pretty old. They are clearly worn and torn, but still looking alright.
I'm gonna focus on the one for the thumbnail, but I wanted to bring up the other one for just a minute. Yeah.
So, what have you got to say about this one? I mean...
So, I would say this is, another pretty accurate depiction of the character that it's representing. Yeah, I know. This, honestly, I think this is more like a Mario with the super mushroom, so it's not like, because comparing this to alongside probably a Luigi plush of the same proportions, I feel like they would probably be about the same height.
Yeah, it's like his proportions are a bit stretched.
Usually a little shorter than Luigi.
Yeah, he's not as round.
Yeah. But, I don't know, he like I said, he does the job pretty well, and obviously there are details, like if you flip the tip of the hat up, he does have his eyebrows, so you can kind of have it like where you just see the hat, or you can actually show the eyebrows to have like facial expression.
I like it better with the eyebrows, I think. That's a cool detail, though.
Yeah, so. And, yeah, so, pretty, I think, yeah, pretty all well-rounded. Again, it's obviously just regular Mario. It's not like him in any of his power-up forms, so it's just standard Mario. So it's like, he's got the main design down and everything, so. Besides, like I said, maybe the little height difference, unless, like I said, this is supposed to represent Mario with his super mushroom.
Does he have
I would
like
say
the
he's playing
3
pretty well.
white holes on his gloves? I don't remember that, but I don't remember Mario's design in detail.
Yeah, he does have. I think he does have something on the gloves.
It's
so
accurate.
it is
I mean,
pretty
when was this
accurate.
made as well? Which game was this for? Because there's like a lot of Mario games.
I know this. I can probably barely read the tag. This tag is faded, so I don't know. I want to say it's probably made back in like I don't know, maybe 2010 or before, maybe.
Around that time. Man, that's over 10 years.
Probably.
That's 13 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, give or take. So.
Alright, but yeah, I mean,
But-
so the eyes and mustache and stuff are clearly printed on, right? But like the overalls are
Yeah.
actually like made with the same plush texture. And is it
Yeah,
stuffing
and,
like the regular soft stuff, or is it like beans?
Yeah, it's got stuffing, and they even has like little details like where like they sewed over like a little patch of the blue fabric that they were using for it to make it actually look like an overall strap. So.
Nice. Okay. Good techniques. And like the logos there and everything. Oh, how would you rate this then, with all factors in mind?
I would probably say Mario is probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. Like I said, depending on if you consider this regular Mario or with the Super Mushroom. I
Yeah.
would say he's a bit taller than Mario is in the game, but he's still pretty accurate, all things considered. And for a plush that I've had this long, it's still standing up to this
Right.
day. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, and
I
like
mean,
the,
yeah, 7 or
the
8.
weight and like the textures and stuff, like those are good or...
Yeah, it's pretty well. Like again, you can kind of like fold the legs in to have him sit, but obviously I think this is more like a standing plush. You want him standing, so.
Alright.
So. Let's see.
Mario
Let's
Bros.
grab
Wii?
let's
Libby's
grab
probably
Free
right.
From Adventure Time.
Here we go, Adventure Time. Man, this is a real throwback. I only watched
Yeah.
bits of that show. It was a very long time ago, so I'm not familiar with it at all.
Yeah. Again, first impressions, pretty spot on. Obviously, it is the character from the TV show, so pretty well done. You got the standard light blue shirt, blue short, and you even have details like where like the boots and socks look like they're actually like they're over covering the foot. So that is pretty well
Oh
designed.
yeah, I couldn't see it at first because it was far from the camera, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a nice
And
simple
obviously
design.
he's got the iconic green backpack, which you can. I kind of like that you can kind of flip it around a little bit if you choose to.
Can you
It
actually
doesn't
take
really
it
mess up
off?
the flesh. I think it is sewed on, but it
That's a
does
shame.
it does have like some mobility to it. So
That's funny.
'cause you can actually have it like you can slide it side to side, like so you can kind of flip it.
When
around,
you're able to
so.
like add and remove accessories, that's like a whole other level. Like this is a plush, not an action figure. That's always a really cool surprise bonus for me.
Yeah, and then he's got his iconic hat and the little goofy grin on his face. So
Yeah, the way it's printed on looks great. Very expressive.
yeah. So,
How does it
And
like
on-
feel though? Because none of us can really have like the feel of it. That's something that's only you have.
It's pretty nice. I like that because again, since it's obviously depending on obviously what company and whatnot brand is making it. Obviously, you get to see some different takes on stuff. Like you get to have like these bendable legs and arms that are pretty. While they seem pretty small on a scale, but they're pretty. You can move them around pretty smoothly and fluently. So.
And
Not
another
really
thing to
that-
mention is the age, right? Like these aren't new plushies, so they're
Yeah.
clearly not that. They're durable. They like haven't broken right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Finn's another old one, so yeah, he's standed the test of time. So
Hell yeah, that's really cool. Like even
Yeah.
sitting down, kind of. So that's a high rated plushie, I would think.
yeah, I'm gonna go probably 9, maybe 10 for Finn, but yeah, he's pretty well. Obviously, if the backpack could have come off, but I think again, like you said, that's more like something you can do with an action figure. This is a plush that you would have sitting on display more or less. So the
Yeah.
backpack just being part of the plush isn't too much. I mean, they could have just did the character without the backpack, but they made sure that he had his iconic backpack. So
I think that's commendable. Yeah.
yeah, so 9. I'm gonna say 9 or 10 for Finn.
I would make it so the backpack could actually fully come off. That for me is the only thing preventing it from a 10 out of 10, from what I can tell.
Yeah. But there it is. That's Finn.
Yeah, just reading chat, by the way. I've never seen anyone called Livy Lizzie. Also, Nanami, I didn't know you were 12. You're turning 13 soon. Have fun with that. Just, remember what they taught you about internet safety and putting your face online and everything. The gender switch episode? Man, I need to watch Adventure Time. What on earth? What happened there? Making a plush disguise without the backpack would be a crime.
There was a couple of one-offs where they did like an alternate universe, if I remember correctly.
Like, if I remember correctly, like, he barely ever takes us his backpack anyway, right? I think Super Soul's got a point here. I don't know. I think options are cool. And yeah, Lizzie has the Rizzy. You will be sorry. You will be sorry. Alright, DJ, let's continue. That's 2 you've shown me now? So...
I showed off Boris, Mario, and Finn. So if you wanna,
Boris. Okay, so that's 3. Alright, let's switch it back to me. I want to keep your face on the stream as much as I can, but I'm tabbing in and out. But yeah, again, what I would love to do is pick a bad plushie as a point of comparison, but it's kind of difficult for me to do that. So I'm going to continue with the train of characters in the thumbnail. I'm going to talk about Baldy, because this guy, he's actually brand new. This guy I have not had for a long time, although I definitely think he's going to be quite durable, because the kind of like textures and the build are similar to Foxy in some ways. Kind of similar. Like all 5 of these are kind of similar. I haven't even taken the tag off. I know you might think it looks worse, but it's a personal choice, because this tells me like when it was made. And also like how there were only, again, you can't really read that here, but it basically says Baldi's Basics Baldi plushie by Basically Games, only 687 ever made. I know you can't read that, but it's like, this is a very exclusive plushie, very rare, and I think that alone makes it pretty valuable. And I don't mind the tag. I don't mind the tag. Because without it, like, I don't know, I think it adds a little flair and charm anyway, but yeah. So this guy, obviously, kind of hard to sit him down because of how top heavy he is, but honestly, I've not had that many problems with him. If he's got something to lean on, you can get him, like, sat down like that, and it looks pretty funny. And yeah, I feel like this is one a lot of kids might, because, I mean, Baldi's Basics is a horror game, but it's pretty light and more of a parody. So I can see Baldi having a younger audience, more so than I would FNAF, until recently, if I'm being honest. But, like, kids or not, like, fans and collectors, right, you might stand him up, you can see, plush videos with this guy, I think it's funny, fat head. Again, I'm trying to look at my criteria here. Yeah, right, like, I'm trying to figure out my criteria. So, visually, first thing visually, I think this is excellent. Again, all the colours are right. It's a very simple, minimal design, not really hard to screw up. I will say, the head shape is definitely off. He's supposed to have a neck and then basically an egg head, but this one looks like an egg that's on its side and it's like all flat and weird. Like, the head shape is definitely not right. Trying to imagine how it would look with like the proper head shape. Because it's weird, it's almost like triangular and it's all inflated. But I think the face is well designed. Like his nose is a bit too big, but the eyebrows and the hair are done well. The eyebrows being brown is an interesting design choice, because they're actually like black in the game. But I guess they wanted to differentiate from the eyes. Like the mouth being all that tight smile with like it almost looks like he's got lipstick on. It's kind of weird how like red that is, but like getting lip color right is kind of hard. In my experience with drawing, I used to draw art a lot when I was younger. But yeah, other than being like top heavy and the head kind of being wrong, I don't really mind this. It's fairly close, and again, it's a plush, so features are exaggerated, right? It's not like just a Baldi action figure. This is a plush version. So the head's gonna be bigger, the eyes gonna be bigger. I love the eyes. How he's this like cute, innocent-looking plushie, but the eyes have just this vacant stare that grips your soul. Because of just how blank and large and empty they are. Like, it's kind of eerie. If you look really closely, I don't think you could see it on the camera, but he does actually have, like, irises and pupils. So if I go back to the thumbnail and zoom right in, whoa. I don't know if you can see that, but he does actually, there's like a slightly less, like a blue-grey outline on those. If I, like, affect the brightness and contrast, you might be able to see it. Yeah, like his eyes rim is a bit different, and again, the way it's crafted with like the printing and stuff is high quality. Like this is nice and soft. This is even softer than the Foxy one. It's definitely a bit lighter, except for the head. It is like a bit imbalanced there, but like even his hands, like they put it on these because he has these like creepy little like grippers. They made them much shorter and softer so that they wouldn't just like tear and snap off, while also having them kind of stick out. And I don't know, it's the perfect mix for me between cute and creepy. And, like, it looks pretty good from all angles as well. Don't eat ass in the halls. Yeah, no, very cussed. Oh yeah, and then there's the makeshift tag on his butt. You see that, and just the usual stuff, you know. Don't do this. Wash like this. 4+, made in China. But yeah, it is. I don't know. I give this like an 8 out of 10. It's got some inaccuracies. It's a bit top heavy. Maybe a 7 out of 10 actually. Like it could have been quite a bit better. But also like I don't really have a problem with it. Like the shape of like his body and the feet and the colors and the texture is so smooth. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Like this is a good plushie. Yeah. And considering just how limited edition and valuable it is, really it's a 10 out of 10. Because this thing, one of only 687 ever made. If I got that right, 687. Like that is not many. That is very few. Yeah. If for like Baldi's Basics has like a few million fans. So way in the future, if I was really strapped for cash, I could sell this for a hefty price. Not that I would. I want to keep it just because how like rare that is. Yeah. At least until I have no use for it. Because there'll come a point where it's like I've had this for 10 years. You know, it's been there in videos and such. But like that's a valuable plushie. Anyways, DJ, I'm going to hand this back to you. Let's just talk about a few more. Let's really spice it up. Give me a variety. I know you've got some stuff prepared.
Well, if we're going to go off of some pretty limited edition and special plushies, might as well get into character number 2 of mine for the thumbnail.
Yes! So who is this again?
Okay, so let me put it down for a second. I'm just going to send a link over real quick. And then I'm going to start explaining.
I'm going to read chat while you're doing that. Does Matt really have that much Riz, though? I may be one of Matt's besties, but I'm severely lacking in the Riz factor, unlike him. You guys are so kind. Bro's singular hair looks like a fry. Honestly, yeah. Sorry to deviate, DJ, but I got to do this. Like, man, someone was saying it would look good on my shoulder, I guess. And I could munch. Like, yeah, it does look kind of like a fry, I'm not gonna lie. Baldy San, stop staring at me. Superslot just wants the pinned comment today. And yeah, Insta, officially disappointed by the French. I no longer identify as French, but Bulgarian. You've disappointed yourself. You guys. The comebacks. Sorry, DJ, let's get on with this.
So this character comes from, it's an original character that comes from the YouTube series, or of videos from SMG4. This is Axel. Everyone say hi to Axel.
Hello, Axel. Livy says you reviewed this with her in like a video or something.
Yeah, that's the link I sent over, because I'm going to like kind of go over my basics, what I said there.
Perfect, yeah. YouTuber merch.
So yeah, this is my first ever YouTuber plushie, so I feel like I need to show it off on this stream. I've gotten a couple more since, but I feel like this was the one to show off. So, yeah. So looking at the details, he's pretty accurate to the character that he was portraying in the series. Not going to talk about where he is now in the series, because that's a bit of a spoiler if you're not following that. If you know what happened to Axel, you know. If you don't, well, here's just a plush. Enjoy it.
Yeah. But he's like an axolotl.
So, exactly. So
that's cool.
He's got his nice black pants, his nice blue shirt. He's got his little grenade belt.
Oh, I thought those were like drums. That's a grenade belt.
Mm-hmm.
How exciting.
It's a great. And so he's got his tag. It's got the SMG4 logo and the company that made the plush. So.
Nice.
And fun fact, that's the only tag on him, and Axel comes with a fun little gimmick card.
Oh, nice! Dude, I love it when you get, like, bonus stuff like that, like, you know, character info.
Yeah. You get the do's and don'ts, how to take care of your Axel. That's what this card's all about.
Oh, nice. What does it say?
So,
What
just to
are they?
recap this, so it says you gotta hug Axel, you don't kick Axel. You draw with him, you draw on him. You gotta introduce him to friends, you don't leave him alone. And you gotta love him, and remember he loves you back. So that's the do's and don'ts.
That's really sweet. Imagine giving that to a kid. That would be the sweetest thing. He has a grenade belt, but it's like so wholesome. That's funny.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, I'm not like super like ADHD or anything, but like I feel like there's something innate in human nature about fiddling and like those like flaps. I forget what they are on axolotls, like the ears kind of things. Like, man, that must be so much fun to just like kind of like fiddle with. Like when you're trying to focus on something.
I'm just doing it for I'm demonstrating like how flexible the plush is and
like,
whatnot.
Bro, you will
like,
see me doing this in the stream.
You can do this and like it still stands up pretty well.
But yeah, has he got like a nice rigid kind of like fluff and like the texture? How does it feel? How soft is it?
It's pretty. The head's pretty soft and smooth. The bottom is a little rough. Well, I wouldn't say rough. It's a little like more like there's probably more stuffing here to make it actually sit pretty well. So the bottom is a bit stronger, but it is still pretty soft overall, despite it feeling a little.
And you've got like the printed face and the grenades.
So yeah, and even like grenades are pretty soft and whatnot, and you can like feel them. And,
honestly,
they have printed details on them, but it is still pretty. Like there's like a mini plush on the plush. These are like not printed on, so.
This is like I don't know. There's a lot of attention to detail on this one, I think.
So yeah, and as I said back in my video when I showed off this guy as my first piece of YouTube merch, I think the price was between like $20, $30, and I think it got on sale like I think it was 50% off when I first ordered it. So I got like a little bit saved. But
I will say
still
stuff like this is expensive.
For like almost $20-$30, it was definitely worth the buy because again it's a pretty high quality plushie that I think at the time was in stock for only like a few weeks or so after a special event. So
I gotta say, and this goes for my Baldy plushie as well because it was limited edition and like high cost to produce. Like these things are often quite expensive. But I think if it's like if you're like a collector or you really care about this IP, it's usually worth it in the long run. Because you gotta think about how many years these things are gonna last. Like I usually avoid spending a lot of money on merchandise like this because I know it's frivolous. But like, DJ, I think this might actually be a 10 out of 10 plushie. Like I can't think of anything wrong with it.
I think that's what I gave it back in my video. I believe it was 10 out of 10.
Because like this is S tier. I mean the character sheet in addition, like man, I'm sold. That's like an S tier character. S tier plush.
And it comes in this nice little baggie, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, apparently SMG4 is less of a Mario meme thing and like an original IP now.
Yeah. It's got some original characters like Axel here. So.
Yeah. The Waluigi art was beautiful. See, I don't watch this, but for people who know. Very nice. Alright. DJ, how about you do another 2 before switching back to me?
Alright.
Keep this train going.
Let's grab another Mario one, because I want to show how different brands of different Mario plushies can be made. So, I want to start the tag first, because this has got like a straight up like Japanese like tag on it.
Oh, I see what this is. Yeah, I was confused for a minute. Yeah.
So this is the Lakitu from the Mario game. Just one of Bowser's many enemies. But yeah,
right. So
he's riding in the clad that he usually does. He has like the little spiny enemies that he would throw, and then he's he's like the little Koopa guy. You see this guy in Mario Kart when he's not holding that.
Yeah. So the Cloud has a face. That's so strange. I know it's not the plush. That's in the game.
Well,
but like
it's the Mario universe. A lot of stuff has eyes on it. Usually the background. Some of the background assets do. So yeah.
I mean, I think this is like a really challenging design to make with the whole cloud thing. That doesn't look like it would be able to stand up.
Yeah, I think it's more like one you would hold / again hang because it has like this separate string, but also the hook like
flying, isn't it? If you hang it up there, it's gonna look great.
I usually have this guy hanging up on the net. I took him down for the stream.
Right.
So. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's pretty well done. Again, it's basically got all the essential details in a simple plush. So.
I wouldn't rank this one quite as highly. I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is just like a struggle with adaptation, but like the eyes in the Cooper are kind of freaky to me. I don't know, with the big like band over it, it looks kind of uncanny. I like how they did the spikes. I think that's like they kind of like put them in the seams there with a piece of fabric. That's like a good technique, tried and tested.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a weird like character concept design in the first place. But I don't know about like the textures and like the weight of it.
It is pretty soft. Like I think the guy on top of the cloud is a bit. There's parts that probably have a bit more stuffing that make it a bit like with the previous plushie, a bit like.
But there's like more air in the clouds.
Yeah, it actually feels like
a
cloud.
Yeah, you can really squeeze that. What's the weight distribution like?
I think if I just hold it like that, I think he can pretty much sit there. I'm gonna sit him on. Right. He's gonna probably fall over trying to sit him on a.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to sit on the laptop, so obviously the laptop's on a flat surface, but give or take, he probably could maybe stand up on a flat surface for a couple seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, they are goggles, Livy. It's just, it looks weird to me. I don't think that's the plush's fault, though. I think that's just the character design. I don't know. I give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. What do you think, EJ?
Yeah, I think for it being just another enemy from the Mario universe, and it's pretty spot on with the design of the original character from the game. So it's pretty and again, besides it just being a plush, it also makes like a pretty decent display piece. So you can kind of hang it up with like either the hook or if you have a tack, you can get a tack through the other string here, so and put it on the wall. So
that's cool. I do like that you can hang it up.
I agree with you with 7 or 8 out of 10. I got a pretty solid rating for it.
Also, I see you, Insta. I do not identify as a Bulgarian, but as a Brit because of my excessive tea drinking. I don't like where this is going. You two having this beef of, like, disappointed... Like, man, you insulted Super Soul and he's turned it around you, my guy. Do not bring me into this. Okay, is it my turn now? Time's ticking, so I think I'm gonna speed this up. Let's take turns like one at a time now, so we can get through these.
Yeah.
Because I want to show off all of mine. This is my stream. If you guys want to see DJ's plushies, he's got loads of videos for you, past, present, and future. I just want to show off all of mine. There's only a few.
Yeah, that's fair. Some of these characters still need to be introduced into the videos. Some of them, like, I've got them maybe a year or two ago, and, like, I'm trying to incorporate them into a video, so...
Yeah.
You'll see them eventually.
You're an actual collector. I just get the ones I like, and a lot of these I didn't get. They were gifts. If we actually talk about this, I'm pretty sure this I bought because I really wanted it. This was a gift. This was a gift. Christmas, birthday. And I'm pretty sure this was also a gift for a birthday or a Christmas. I don't remember. Most of these were actually gifts. I'm realizing now Baldy is the only one I actually bought by self that I wanted for myself. And I think it's just so happened that it's like other people have gifted me stuff because this is a great gift for like a birthday or Christmas. So some of them I did ask for. Like I was kind of like, get me a FNAF plushie, and like my brother Joe got me the cupcake for like my 17th or something, and like get me a Minecraft plush because Tasha Potato, she got like a cat and I got one as well. I don't remember. It's a whole mixed thing. But yeah, so this is the Calico Cat, I believe, from Minecraft. There are 7 different cat types in Minecraft, and this is one of them. Anyways, I need to make a hardcore world and get this cat in game. That would be the coolest thing. Her name is Sugar. That's what I coined. I just, I like this design. It's cool that the eyes and the nose are all like different colourful panels, and I like the kind of triangle shape it makes. It's really like quite eye-catching, and it really helps set the black pupils apart from like the kind of black part of the fur here. You've got like diamond blue, gold yellow, and kind of redstone red, or they're kind of pink, I guess, for the nose, and it looks really nice actually. Texture is quite soft. You can see how much I can squish it. It's quite funny. There's a bit of air in there, but it's actually quite stiff. Like, the tail, will stay in the same place, like the arms. The arms are actually tied together, I can't separate them. Although the legs are actually, like, separate. And, like the ears and stuff, like, it's good. It doesn't, in terms of, like, posing and putting down and stuff, like, it will settle down nicely on any surface. It's not like the most like perfect to stand up. Sometimes it falls over slightly because of like the feet, which are a bit dirty now that I look at them here. But you know, in general, really good. Like if you look at the pattern, it's got like kind of Minecraft blocky texture, and they actually do make it fairly accurate to the game, even though it's obviously rounded. Like it does look quite cubic because of how they stuffed it. It's very clever technique. I don't know how many of the designs are actually available as merch. Tash has the tuxedo cat. This is the calico. I don't know which ones have been made, or if they're you can actually get all of them. But yeah, this is cute. It's a good one. You know, it feels nice and light. Like, I don't know what I would change about this, to be honest. So honestly, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. Like, I don't know what I'd change. I think this is like really good again.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty solid Minecraft plush.
Baldy gets like a 7.5. So yeah, that's mine. DJ, let's just flip it back and forth now. So it's your turn. What else you got for us?
Well, I think that comment about flipping is pretty accurate because I want to show off this new smaller plush real quick, which is a flippable FNAF head.
Whoa! I've never seen this before. Oh, that's insane! You can turn it inside out.
They came out recently, and it's a recent thing I got, so...
That is such a cool gimmick.
Yeah. So, reviewing this, it's not as like a full plushie, so I'm gonna probably like, it's gonna be, you know, pretty simple to review, because it is just like the head of a character, but the whole gimmick of flipping it around to get, you know, two different characters from one plush is pretty solid. So obviously on one side you got FNAF 1 Bonnie, and you know, he looks pretty good, he even has his red bow tie here, and then you flip it around, inside out, whoops, the tag, there goes the tag, oh well, tag's gone. Tag broke off. Did the
tag just break?
Yeah, well I was trying to flip it.
How long have you had this for?
Only, like I said, only a couple months. I got this recently, so the tag just came off.
This is the thing, right? Like, how did they... It must be difficult to make something like this without it breaking, because, like, I wish this was, like, had a full body, but they probably couldn't do it without it, like, breaking.
Yeah. It was just the tag. Like, the whole plush itself is still intact. The tag's popped off.
Okay.
But, yeah. And then obviously on the other side you got Nightmare Bonnie. I think both of them have like the decent amount of details you could give it for it just being a head.
The printing really impresses me. Like it's quite accurate and it's instantly recognizable. Just to respond to chat, by the way, what on earth is going on? Lucky 2? Yep. I just like steam the cloud off and fly over most of the level. You guys are funny.
Yeah.
You can pull a GT into this cloud. I just like killing him and then not using his cloud because I just want to commit turtle slaughter. Super Soul, oh my god, dude. Alright then. Also, Duncan, you've recently got a puppy named Sugar. That's adorable. Nice. But yeah, Cube Cat, they actually made it into a plush. And yeah, this is like those octopus things. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I remember when I at least showed this off that I got it around Easter. I'm like... I was saying, like, if Funko did more of these, I think this is a pretty interesting concept. I feel like a good character that they could do this with, and could be basically Sun and Moon, because, like, that would basically work with this.
That would be perfect. That would actually be... That's a perfect character to choose for this. I presume they also did Freddy, Chica, and Foxy.
FNAF I can grab another one of them real quick, so here's
Foxy.
Oh,
you actually have them all. Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, Foxy's design looks goofy because he looks really fat. He looks obese. His mouth is, like, too small, so it just looks like he's got huge cheeks. Not as big a fan of that design. But for the functionality, for the printing quality, what's, like, the texture and the actual quality like and the weight of it?
It is pretty soft, I will admit. I think there's a bit of printing on both sides for, like, certain elements, like, mainly the eyes and the face, but... Besides that, it's still pretty soft overall. So.
Arguably the most accurate Funko merch yet. Honestly, the detail on this is nice. It was a shame they couldn't somehow do the full body.
Yeah.
I do notice the other bow tie hanging out the other side, so it probably doesn't look that good from the back.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just holding it like one-sided and you cover up the other one, but
it looks perfect.
Like obviously there is limitations because you have two things and whatnot, so.
Yeah. What would you rate this, though? whole new scale.
Because the boat on Nightmare Bonnie is a different shade of red than the one Bonnie has.
Yes.
So, you know, they had to make 2 different ones.
Mm.
So, yeah.
What's
Overall,
your
probably,
though?
I would say probably a decent 8 or 9, almost 9 or 8.5. It's pretty solid for just being a small plush like this with the functionality that it has.
Yeah. I wish they could use the technology to somehow incorporate the full body and have, like, maybe, for the Foxy one, for example, have better detailing. Bonnie, though, I think that I'd give Bonnie a 10 out of 10, honestly. For what it sets out to do, I think it's actually perfect. I know the tag broke, but, like, the gimmick is probably not meant to be done multiple times in a row like this, but I don't know, it's, like, I'll give it a 9. I'll give the whole set a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
It's still core 4. Another one that I would love to see them do is maybe Golden Freddy and Fredbear or Springtrap and Spring Bonnie. That would be a flippable head.
There's so many good options there. I love that they actually pulled off the gimmick. It's quite impressive. I don't have anything as fancy as that. The second last one of my set is, of course, the cupcake. This was a birthday gift from my brother Joe for my 17th, I believe.
Yeah.
So, funny thing, this is actually the toy cupcake from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which is very little screen time, but they did manage to get the design pretty much spot on, and it's so similar to the FNAF 1 cupcake. I'm not really fussed about it just being, like, another version of the cupcake. Like, nobody remembers Funtime Chica's cupcake, but, like, the toy cupcake, it's got smaller blue eyes rather than bigger brown ones. Other than that, it's pretty much identical, and the blue eyes really complement the candle design nicely, so I don't really mind. Again, like, this one is quite soft. There's a lot of air in it. You can, like, squeeze it a bit. There's, like, basically, like, a disc base that, like, is, like, flat, and it, like, you can't really turn it, and it like, helps define the shape, if that makes sense. Like, there's a hard disc on the bottom, and you've also got this, like, candle thing, which is a bit more stiff. Again, you got the kind of, like, you know, wraparound design and the yellow kind of light, which is, again, all fake. It's all, even in the game, it's all fake. I'm hoping I didn't get any dust in my drink. I got some water here, and a breakfast bar, which I'm going to eat. Apologies, but I'm hungry. But again, they got the little, like, shine with, like, the white dots, and, like, the way the, irises and stuff are sewn. I believe it's sewn on. Also, like, the texture. Like, this actually feels how it looks. I didn't put this on the file, but, like, it actually has, you can feel, like, the ridges of, like, the lines. Because it's, like, there's the alternating pattern for the design, and then if you look closely, I don't have a higher image resolution of it, but, like, there's actually, like, the like, printing lines, basically. I'm pretty sure this was, like, printed by a machine. There's, like, a big seam on the back.
It really gives it that wrapper feel of a cupcake. So.
Yes, exactly. They have a big seam on the back to make the whole thing work, which I think is fine. The tag placement's not a problem, because normally, right, you have it set down, and it's like you don't even see the tag. It actually, the tag perfectly fits across the underneath, so you can hide the tag completely. I don't know, like, the texture, the weight of it's quite nice, and, like, the way, the cupcake actually, like, does, like, kind of slide over and is, like, a different texture. Like, this is just pure soft, and it just, like, but this you can feel the lines, if that makes sense. Like, it's really nicely textured, and the design is accurate to FNAF 2, and it's a iconic little, it's the perfect character to have on your desktop. I think I'd probably give this one 10 out of 10. I kind of wish I got the FNAF 1 cupcake. I think the FNAF 1 cupcake's much more iconic. But, like, the design changes are very slight. It's not like the Funtime cupcake, which is an abomination. Like, this is, like, just a fun little... So I would give this, overall, so far, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good set. These are the 4 plushies you guys will recognize the most, I think, from my stream backgrounds. There is one more, which I'll talk about after DJ. It's your turn. I'm going to eat.
Alright. I want to do a little honorable mention before I get to the next one. So, since you're showing the regular toy cupcake, I want to show off one of the jumbo plushies.
So that's like a big boy cupcake. Alright.
Yeah, and well, yes, I know it is a blacklight plushie, and, you know, people are like, oh, it's just recolor. I still just want to bring it as an honorable mention, because, you know, having it be, like, you know, you can almost use this as a, like, the top is so soft, you could almost use the top of it as a pillow, and then, again, oh
my god, yeah, it's
same
huge.
texture that the regular plush has and whatnot, so, yeah, that's an honorable mention, the blacklight giant cupcake.
Alright.
I also have Blacklight Giant Freddy on my floor, but I am not picking him up. He is super dusty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, next one, before I get to, I think I'll get to my last thumbnail character in a minute, but I want to bring up a custom plush design that was briefly mentioned before we started this. So, let's talk about Bonnie, another major character in the DJ Plush universe.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm trying to remember. I think I had found this somewhere. I think either at like a thrift shop or just somewhere else. But obviously, it was like obviously someone made it, so picked it up. So it is pretty. It's obviously made of something because it's pretty. I can actually feel it. But I think the texture of this fabric. It might just be because of a little bit of wear and tear, but it is a bit like bumpy. You can see a bit of like, a little bit of strings and whatnot sticking out here and there.
Yeah.
Especially on his ear.
That's like very homemade, and you've definitely had it like a while.
Yeah, but for what it is, for a standard, if we're not associating with FNAF, it is just a purple rabbit. But obviously, I've associated with FNAF because of Shadow Bonnie, his FNAF 3 appearance. He has like a face. I will admit it is a bit faded. You can barely. I think it's faded probably because of over time. But there used to be like a little black.
Had a face. Oh yeah, it's super hard to see.
It used to. I think it's faded over the last like few years, but it does kind of have like red and whatever. Not red, but like the pink outline, but like black eyes.
Allergies, man.
But yeah, it's a pretty solid like homemade plush. So
there we go.
Overall, it is pretty. It is still soft, besides the few like rough textures where like there's like some like the seams maybe coming. No, I wouldn't say coming undone, but it's just like the fabric that they use for it.
Yeah. This is the thing. This is this plush is like homemade. This is not produced by a company.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that professional kind of level of detail, but I like how the seams are done.
Yeah.
And the color choice is nice. Got like pink trim on like the kind of violet, purple, blue. Again, it's like I don't know, like all the like hair kind of coming out, or like the fabric coming out of it. It's a bit off, I think. And the face being faded is a bit of a shame. I don't know. It's okay for what it is.
It's a solid plush. Obviously, I think this is probably gonna be one of them. It's like gonna be a 5 or 5.5 because obviously it's not produced by a company or something, but it is still a decent plush.
We haven't really had any like bad plushies on here because we have taste. So I just want to quickly show off like what does a bad plushie look like. If I go FNAF Funko, I don't know. If I just search FNAF Funko, I'm going to show you guys like there are lots of very bad FNAF plushes. Oh wow, what the hell am I looking at even? Okay, this actually looks good. Where's the crap stuff? Like that looks bad. Like what the hell is tie-dye?
Let me. That's it's just I don't know. It's just a slightly another wave. Like they I think they obviously it's just a simple concept. They like based off those like tie-dye shirts where you put multiple colors on something.
But like,
so
is the point just to be a recolor, like, or is it like Blacklight where you do something with it?
I think this released in like a summer wave. So I don't know. I think it was maybe like a miscellaneous summer wave. They were working on other stuff.
DJ, I found a bootleg.
You found a boot?
I found a bootleg of the plushie I have. It's just the same thing but worse. It looks so bad.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna grab another honorable mention if I can find it in the net. I have a strange Freddy Fazbear.
Dude, this isn't
Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah.
Here's a strange Freddy Fazbear.
That's not so bad, honestly. It's like a bootleg, but it's not so bad.
Compared to the one that I'm going to review later, it's a bit goofy.
Yeah. But just like design-wise, like, this is a bootleg, so it looks even worse. But the official sister location wave of plushies was so awful. Oh god, these are even worse. Because like they use printing for everything, and it just looks really bad. And it's like...
Yeah.
Oh,
another honorable mention,
looks.
since you're bringing up the sister location plushies. Here's baby.
Here we go. Is that the official one? Yeah, there it is. That's not as bad, actually. But, like, I don't know. The printing makes sense because she has quite a flat face and it's like the sister location characters. But a lot of the Funko waves just, like, were very cheaply produced. And they just didn't look right with, like, the printing for Ennard. That looks even worse because it's a bootleg. But, oof, there were some bad ones. But look, we didn't buy those. Like, I don't understand the point of tie-dye. You've got a Foxy with bad coloring. Like, it looks weird.
The only tie-dye plush I picked up was the Springtrap one because I thought it looked pretty decent.
That looks cool. The blue's a bit weird, but the rest of the colours actually look like Springtrap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Funko does so many like crappy recolors. Blacklight, I don't understand the point of blacklights. Because even if you have a blacklight, it just like makes them glow the wrong colours. It's just a kind of like...
Another honorable mention, my boy Cotton Candy Foxy.
Oh god, it's so bad. Like, the eye patch is so misaligned. Like, the eye is, like, almost centered. It looks so bad. I give that, like, a 3 out of 10. The textures and, like, the build are probably okay. But, man,
Well, that's...
there are no, like,
Cotton Candy Foxy
plushies, though. Like, we haven't seen any ones that are, like, really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's terrifying.
So I've been throwing a bunch of honorable mentions up, so you can go again.
Alright, so the last of my main 5, the stream is going to be ending soon, we are running out of time, but the last of my main 5 is actually in a box over here. I actually have some boxes. Just going to crack that bad boy open. That's not it, that's the other one. Crack that bad boy open. You guys might remember... your boy, Springtrap, he's a bit dusty, so I'm just going to shake him and try not to get my hands too dirty. But this, as you may remember, was a gift from my girlfriend Lucy. Last time she visited, best part 3 years ago now, was, we traded some items, and this was one of them. She gave me this Springtrap plush. Now, I think he looks ugly as hell. I don't like that his teeth are printed on like that. I feel like they should have been, like, sewn on instead of this weird, like, it's like a rubbery...
For comparison, I have the one you got me that's still in its package.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, I got you too, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I forgot. Yeah, that one looks worse from here. I don't know. But yeah, like, the teeth...
It's still in the plastic, so that's probably why.
Yeah, the teeth... Yeah, Rockstar Foxy's, like, star, this thing, it has the same texture and it doesn't work. The eyes are obviously ugly as hell. Like, the eyelids are way too wide. He looks high. They're, like, misaligned. The, withering is really inconsistent. They got some nice details, the printing here. I like how this is done. All of this, I don't know why they didn't do what they did for his toes and, like, his torso for his mouth. The mouth is awful. And, like, his wiring, again, this is a cool detail, having it actually, like, stick out as, like, a piece of fabric, but they're too long. I would trim these a bit. And the colours are wrong. Some of these are supposed to be blue and grey. They're all red. I guess they did put effort in. The ears look great, but I would give this like a 7 out of 10. Like, this has some problems. The texture and like the weight of it is good. And the softness of the whole thing is nice. And the printed parts are great. But, like, the face is the most important part. And they really messed it up. So, Springtrap's get probably like the lowest ranked. This is like my ranking, guys. They're like in order. If I can put them on here without them falling off. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's like the collection. Also, yeah, Springtrap's much bigger than Rockstar Foxy for some reason. I think they downsized them with later waves to save materials, which was actually a really smart move, because they did not need to be that big. But yeah, that's my collection. That's like the main 5 of actual merch plushies I have. That's it. There's nothing else. So DJ, do you want to finish up with one more before we move on to the last segment?
Yeah. Alright. But here's just another honorable mention. It's not fully a plush, but it's a Yarn Yoshi thing. It's like a toy to life thing with the Nintendo Wii U. I wanted to mention it quickly because I've used them in plush videos, so honorable mention.
Fair enough.
So here's my last one that was in the thumbnail.
Ah, yes, Freddy himself, the one and only. Now that is a good plush. DJ, run me through this. Tell me all about him.
So, first impressions as always, pretty spot on for the character that is, representing. It's got a actual bow tie that actually is like it's not printed on; it's a physical bow tie.
Oh wow, nice.
So is his top hat. I mean, I think it's the top hat that you.
It looks more like a bowler hat with how it's rounded, but that might just be the angle.
Yeah.
It looks good.
And obviously, you guys little eyebrows and you know his blue eyes, so it's pretty good. Obviously, plastic nose. I know that's the only plastic bit on Freddy, so you know that's pretty good overall.
Yeah, Springtrap's nose is actually like soft, and they got the brown color right, unlike Foxy's, which I like because Springtrap's supposed to be like one of the oldest, like, you know,
and
fabric
just
animatronics.
all around, he's He's a pretty standard plushie, and I will admit they even have like it is hard to see probably because of my lighting, but his stomach area is a little lighter than the rest of the plushie around it, so.
Yeah, that's good. Good detail. Oh man.
Yeah.
Allergies are killing me today. But yeah, like the design, the look, he obviously looks a bit goofy with the eyes, but like for a plushie, I think it really works. It's not one-to-one with the plushies in universe, although those do exist, and I think those are the best ones. But like it looks good. I like that, you know, the pieces are actually separate. I don't know about the feel of it and the weight, but like I'd probably give this a 10 out of 10.
It's pretty, it's pretty soft. You can obviously
Same
sit up on its own.
Springtrap,
It does the plush thing where its feet kind of stick out, so it kind of can sit.
Nice. I mean, your hands on the perfect demonstration, but yeah, I'd give that a 10 out of 10, honestly. I think that's a good plush. Maybe a 9 out of 10, I don't know, but like, I give like the one that's the same but accurate to the one in the universe like 11 out of 10. Like, that kind of thing is amazing when you can just take stuff directly from the game and just put it in real life.
Yeah. Alright, and then here's one little small last honorable mention. Here's like a
nice.
miscellaneous. It was supposed. Okay, this is one that's obviously this is one that shows the most wear and tear because they used to have like little Crayola logo on the shirt, and now it's just yellow.
How old is this? So. Like,
this one is definitely, I want to say maybe before sometime pre 2010. So
you've had this for like over 13 years. That is an old. You've had this since you were a kid. That's how old this is.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is. So.
I mean, it looks cool. I like the fur.
Pretty average plush. It is pretty. It does actually have like that fur feel to it, and it actually is pretty soft.
Where it's actually got lots of little hairs that stick out, basically.
Yeah, it actually looks like a bear. You know, obviously, bears aren't yellow, but it looks like a bear.
I have a lot of plushies like these buried somewhere.
It even has a little tail. So
nice. Yeah.
Pretty standard plush. You know,
and like
probably,
a hard eye to nose.
Yeah, so I would say probably like 5-6 honorable mention.
I would give that like a 9 out of 10, honestly. I feel like I love that kind of texturing. And I felt the shirt and everything, like, it looks fairly high quality. It's just very aged and weathered.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, just to catch up with chat. Contra, welcome to the stream. Glad you're having fun. Cute plush. I have a huge Charmander plushie. Feel free to share it in the Hydration Nation, guys. I'd love to see your plushies. Is Cotton Candy Foxy Blacklight or Spring Colorway Foxy? I can't tell because they barely look any different. It's dumb. Yeah, and also Duncan.
Cotton Candy Foxy Blacklight. There's your answer.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, so...
That is one of the OG Funko recolors, I will admit, but I haven't.
So, yeah, so...
I think I've stated this before, just because... I don't know, I think... I'm trying to remember where I stated this, because I remember I had stated this before, but it's like... Just because something is either just, either maybe possibly slightly bootleg or is just a recolor... Regardless or not, I usually take what I usually am, usually grateful for whatever I get. And again, I can take stuff like that. Where it's like, oh, it's Blacklight Foxy. No, it's not. It's Cotton Candy Foxy. He's his own original character. He doesn't have to be.
I like
a
that.
recolor.
You actually did something creative with it, which is like really good for your videos. I will fully admit that like I would not be caught dead purchasing something like that. I think it's awful, but like you actually did something with it, which is really cool. It's not, it's nothing is automatically bad because it's a bootleg or, recolor. We've got to actually look at it objectively and kind of think, well, I actually don't like it because I don't like the color scheme and the concept, not because it's a recolor. just reading chat, like, Duncan was saying some funny things, but also, yeah. Foxy has, like, 6 Blacklight variants, and yet Blacklight Foxy is the only Blacklight in VR and has no textures. Yeah, I wouldn't... There's no logic, okay? They're not the Blacklights from Help Wanted. Funko was doing them before that was a thing, I'm pretty sure. They just wanted to make merch and make money.
Yeah.
Now, I want to finish off with something special, because DJs, with all of these, you know, big varieties of plushies, highlighted something interesting to think about, which we only came up with shortly before the stream. I don't want to limit this to a discussion of merchandise. I like all these plushies for similar reasons, but what about the actual plushies that I had as a kid? What about the plushies that, for the best part of 15 to 20 years, have still been sitting here in boxes or out that I played with when I was, you know, 11 or younger? Like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean... Livy earlier did mention Jumble. I don't know if you guys remember Jumble. Jumble is a dog that was named after Jumble from the William Brown stories, which is a very English thing that I doubt anyone who's not from the UK has heard of. The thing is, I don't have him on me. What I do have in this box is a whole bunch of others, such as his younger brother Toby. Improvised, yes. I can't remember. Some of these I actually got only a few years ago when I was a teenager. My family was still giving me plushies for Christmas when I was like 18, and I was like, guys, please. But yeah, this guy, you know, soft little design. I'm not gonna go in detail, but this is a fun one, even though it's like, you know, a brand. I probably should be showing that on stream. But I've got a few down here, which you might recognize from the background. Look at this big boy. Look how, this is like my biggest plush toy. Look at the size of this thing. Like, I can put him on my back and have him hang out. I call this guy Beast. He's just a big black dog. And, yeah, he's got like a really, really soft texture. Like, softer than any of these. And if you look closely, it's like DJ's Yellow Bear. It's got like, they're all like actual like hairs, kind of, that stand out. It's like a long... bits of fabric, which is really soft, really good. This thing stinks. Very dusty. I also have slept with this as a kid, like, because it's like a pillow. It's great. And, you know, he's got like those hard glass eyes. If you look really closely, you can actually see that they're red. They have like red, like pupils, and there's like an eyelid. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like, there's a cool amount of detail there. And the nose is like Rockstar Foxy's. It's like that hard... ceramic kind of thing.
Interesting.
He's got a tail, you know, and yeah, Beast is awesome. I don't have room for all of these, so as an honourable mention, I'm going to put him over here. The rest aren't going to go on camera.
Yeah.
Another one, which is actually in a separate box, because I usually have him on display, is just here. Or not. Where is the geezer?
Also, I'm trying to remember because I'm you know pretty good at spotting stuff in the background. Wasn't there a penguin?
There was. Someone really liked the penguin. We'll get to the penguin. Yeah, this is Juicy. This is Jumble's partner in crime. Goosey is, you know, a duck that looks like a swan. That's the lore. Believe me, I actually came up with lore for these guys way back when. When I was like 12, I like finalized it, kind of finished it out, and that's kind of when I stopped like playing with plush toys. Oh man, I
again, Mr. Matt plush videos when?
Dusty. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. I already have plush videos, and I will show them in a minute. Goosey and Jumble were the stars of the show, basically. This guy is like... I'm trying to remember how I define their personalities. Jumble was like chaotic good. Goosey's lawful good. Again, they got that longer fur. Man, I'm sorry, this is so dusty. I can't dig these out. And there's like a different, harder but softer fabric for like the beak.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. This is why I don't do this. They're dusty as hell. Like the feet and the beak, as you can see, nice coloration. They got like a hard seamed, fabric thing. But a much softer white fabric, which has gotten very dirty over the years. For the rest of the body, Thing is, this is actually much older. Goosey's much older than the rest of my plushies, and I didn't name him Goosey. This was my older brother Sam's plushie for a few years before he decided to hand it to me. He was like as old as I am now, basically, and I was like 10. No, I was much younger. I was like 8. Anyway, but yeah, Goosey's old. Goosey might be older than me. That's how old this thing is. I'm like, Goosey's around 20 years old at this point. We just completely covered the on-air sign with plushies. Plush invasion, guys! Canon! It's happening. And yeah. I'm just gonna finish this off by showing them all off. Basically, I've got a box here. I'm trying to remember their names. It's been forever. What did I call you? I don't remember, but like, I had a bunch of doggos. Again, the ones I gave to charity, I had loads of dogs. We called them the Dogs Gang. This is Sandy and City, sisters. That's pretty much all I remember. I remember a bit more, but I don't have time to go into details. But yeah, like we had like this pairing of like a mini version of the same plush. You know what's strange? This is a McDonald's toy. I got this in a McDonald's Happy Meal. This is not the only toy I've gotten from a McDonald's Happy Meal. There are several over the years. But one time they actually did plushies because there was some kind of animated movie featuring dogs. And it just coincidentally looked like Sandy. So I called it City. They were like siblings. Because look at them. They're like the same. How crazy is that? There were also bears. I can't remember their names for the life of me. Lads, I'm so sorry. It's been a while. I did write them down somewhere. We don't need to get into the detail. But yeah. These are like classic teddy bears. It's funny because Tasha actually also has one of these and one of these. There were 2 of each. Really strange. But they go in there. Here's the penguin. I can't remember who it was, but someone was obsessed with this penguin. They were like, I love him. This is Harry. He's a thief. He's like the Henry Stickmin of the gang. He is a criminal. Do not trust him. The reason I decided on that is because that scarf and hat really reminded me of some of the costumes from the Italian Job. Because it's the football game. This guy is an avid football fan. He legally owns a firearm. You know, like, this guy, yeah, do not fuck around. Unfortunately, he has actually been damaged, and there is fluff coming out of his back. Most of these are pretty undamaged, and I've had them for 15 years or more. He's one of the newer ones.
That's impressive.
I've only had this guy for maybe 5 to 10 years, rather than 15. Same with this guy. This one's really heavy. This is a pug that also works as a kind of, sleep aid. Because he's full of, like, scented beans. He's got, like, kind of bean texture. Get this. You put this in the microwave. I'm not joking. You microwave this thing, and something about the heat actually causes a chemical reaction, so it generates an aroma. It has, like, a smell. I'm not joking. It's really, really strange. Where?
Yeah, this is news to me.
Yeah, this is new, but like it actually says, if you don't believe me, it says there like maximum time reheat from room temperature, and it's got like the degrees with the power of the microwave. You are intended to put this plushie in a microwave. Any other plushie would be set on fire, but if you put this thing in for 90 seconds on 600 to 800 watts, it will generate a soft aroma that helps you sleep. And yes, I've actually slept with this as a teenager, don't judge. It was to help me sleep. Kind of worked. You can smell it a bit without the microwave. But I don't really do that anymore because I'm a bit of a crazy sleeper. I wake up in completely different positions and I toss and turn. When I wake up, these things are usually on the floor, which is another reason I kind of stopped, you know, sleeping with plushies, which I kind of did on and off as a kid. Like, that's the point of them. There's some non-plush things in here. I have a blue stick man and a green blob. This thing used to have a face. Now it's just like a fungal entity. And I also have Grogu from The Mandalorian. This is just a new thing. I actually just realized Grogu counts as like one of the new merch things. I should keep it here. Star Wars is a classic. And yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually like tied to the seat. I could remove him. I just haven't bothered because I haven't really wanted to. But it's like the texture and the printing of the gown, the face is actually really good. The fact that the pod is the packaging it comes in, I give this a 10 out of 10. This is a really good one.
Yeah.
It's just like Grogu. But I don't want to dwell on it because I gotta end the stream now, guys. But that is all my plushies. The last thing I want to show off Oh god, the dust is killing me. I gotta, like, you know, air my room after this. Little surprise Easter egg, a rare appearance of Cosmo's universe. If you're seeing this, if you've happened to stumble upon this, you've done it, guys. You have found the secret Mr. Matt channel. This is my old YouTube channel. This is where I uploaded from 2015 to 2018. And there's a bunch of videos on here. There's definitely some stuff in here that I should probably private, like school projects and actual videos of like school stuff from ages ago, but I haven't bothered because I keep forgetting and I can't remember the login details. It's kind of just there for all time. But I did actually do test live streams on here, which were never made public because I tested on here before I launched Mr. Matt in February 2019. February 2019, I was still using this. Or January 2019, December 2018, but yeah, this is the old stuff. And the reason I bring this up, the community tab did not exist here back in the day. It didn't have one. The channels are an interesting choice. I don't even remember some of these, but this is very nostalgic.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, shit, my full name. Damn, everything's on it. But yeah, but DJ says, Mr. Matt plush videos when? My brother in Christ. They already exist. I know that's a really strange title out of context. Man, some of these don't age well, but let me show you the context. I had a hiatus, basically. I did a two-parter called I'm Coming, I'm Back. And the I'm Coming video is a fun one. You can see from the thumbnail, you got Jumble, the one and only. And, again, this is a variety channel. I'm trying to find, like, the best example. Because, like, the older videos, there are some crap videos back here. I did a Meet the Crew video. I think that's probably the one to show off. Because the last plush video, I don't remember. Jumble and Goosey would just kind of hang out in the background of, like, my vlog videos, generally. You can see them, like, here, in the Matt Matters series. But, like, if I go back here, I don't remember this. But, yeah, look, there's Jumble. The one and only. Jumble's iconic. For some reason, this is marked as Five Nights at Freddy's. But, man, it's just, this is nostalgic. Like, I haven't come back here in a very long time. I think at some point, I do need to do, like, a nostalgia video where I react to these old videos because, like, it's fun having it as, like, a secret channel, but I don't really have much to hide, and I think it's always fun to look back. Like, I know a lot of people are very embarrassed by their older content. There's Jumble and Goosey, by the way. But, like, I've never felt shame or, like, embarrassment. I think there's absolutely some cringe in these old videos. But, like, I don't see that as a problem. I think it shows improvement. There's definitely some stuff in here that I want to delete at some point, and I probably will. But most of it I absolutely want to leave untouched because it's history. And probably download and back it all up. But yeah, you've seen Jumble and Goosey around, so... Oh yeah, that's the old intro. Oh man, that is a throwback. Oh my god, that... Wow, okay. Not to get too deep in the source, but Meet the Crew. I think this is a compilation of all my videos up to that point. No! I'm commentating, and I'm showing clips from other videos while I'm doing it. I tell you guys, my video editing and skills were, like, rough around the edges back then. I mean, look at the black borders, but, like, I was watching professionals. I knew the techniques, I knew the ideas, and this was how I practiced it. But, like, look at him. Yeah. This is a little stop-motion animation. Tash is playing with Jumble in the background of the birthday bonus video, where I used to sit on my bed with my laptop on my pillow. God damn, this is ancient. There's Jumble in the background there. Here they are with again, I used to do these goofy stop motions. And I used to have them, like, talk to me with captions. It was, oh, it was something else. Where's Jumble? Give me more Jumble content. I think this is it. But, like, this is what he looked like. And you see from the texture and kind of... He's quite heavy compared to the others. He's not, like, really heavy, but he's, like, weighty. And he's got that plastic nose and, like, ceramic eyes. S tier plushie. 10 out of 10. An absolute favourite. Like, he's basically the closest thing I've ever had to a real pet. We didn't really have pets growing up. But, like, man, a companion for my childhood. Like, that right there, that is, like, my whole childhood. All the imagination and the stories I made up with this character. Tasha, too, she'll tell you all about it. Very nostalgic. Anyways, DJ, I've been rambling on. I don't want to waste any more time. It has gone 7:30, so we got to end the stream. Anything you want to say or do before we close this out?
I was trying to grab something because I wanted to just make a sort of passing comment looking at while you were showing that off.
God, the dust. I gotta clear this all away, guys. But yeah, memory unlocked. Microwave nuke it, yeah. Plushies take Manhattan, yeah. Contra, that's really sweet. You actually still use that as a pillow. But yeah, it looks kind of like a real dog. It is uncanny, because Jumble's size as well. He's smaller than this guy, but they almost look like real dogs from a distance in terms of size. But yeah, I think at some point I need to do a live stream, or even multiple live streams, because there's that much, reacting to old videos, because there's a lot there. Microwave nuking videos are funny, yeah. But DJ, yeah, do you need more time? I can stall for time.
I was trying to find something real quick, because I wanted to mention this, and I don't know why I can't find it.
Damn. Alright, well, I'll just finish off my bit then. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell, and channel links in the description below. All the support is very much appreciated. Go check out DJ. His channel is obviously tagged in the title, I believe, as well as the description. You can also check out today's charity shoutout, Charity Water. I like to bring attention to good causes, and this is a great one. These guys are bringing clean water to parts of the world completely lacking it, and absolutely changing people's lives with education, income, and health. I've talked about this before. I've done a whole event for it. Definitely check it out. It's a good one. The Discord server, my other channels are linked there. And obviously that's the QOTD. Someone is going to have their YouTube channel linked as well as the charity. I ask you guys, what's your favourite plush toy and merch and why? I don't know if we've gotten any QOTDs. If no one gives one, I guess there's no QOTD winner. DJ, what do you want to show us?
I found one thing I wanted to mention before we end the stream. So, you mentioning there some of that older stuff where you talk to your plush characters reminded me of this one video that was made for last year's channel anniversary, where I literally did the same thing. I talked to the plush characters.
Yeah, edited like a reply, because like I was trying to be comedic, and sometimes it was pretty cool. It was a nice little thing.
Yeah.
Did you send me something? Oh, yeah, the channel celebration. Is there a timestamp?
The meta plush video. This is the only meta plush video.
Oh, this is so surreal.
I literally was myself talking to the characters.
Okay, what's going on over here? Alright, what's going on here? What?
I love that it's just you. You're just filming yourself being confused. This is hilarious. What's going on here? Huh?
Well, me and Mario here.
And you got the jump cut.
We were trying to figure out what we're gonna do today. You know, our next.
I like how they're actually like hand
if you want to
puppets.
call that. You know,
It's
we're
like the
just
best design for it.
There's also Luigi. That's the one final honorable mention where he is a hand puppet plush. So
Yeah. He's actually like a hand puppet, which is. Could you show that again? I wasn't looking at it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll even put it on.
But yeah, that's perfect for your videos, because you could have the full-on puppet show kind of thing. Like, you don't have to worry about your hand being in shot, kind of, you know, lack of expression.
Yeah, like,
you
you
can
know,
easily move his
if you're on
hands
a
and
hand,
face.
and another character with the other, or something like that.
Very good. I love the puppet Luigi. I'd probably give that like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, if we don't have any QOTD answers, I can end the stream, but if someone wants to get a shout out, now's your last chance.
So
I
yeah,
could give one for something else.
That's a good look into a variety of plushes at different, you know, levels of quality control and all that. Because again, you got stuff from homemade stuff to stuff that was made for limited edition purposes by a bigger company to middle companies that are producing stuff, you know, constantly for
and just
different
like
franchises.
all kinds of gimmicks, like Grogu here, like actually being in the pod as the packaging, really cool. The SMG4 thing with the character sheet, like, you know, Baldy's tag, you know, the plushie that inverts itself, the Bonnie thing, like so many cool unique plush toys. I think, you know, plushies, like any kind of like toys, it's kind of subjective what you enjoy, but I think with these it's pretty simple. visual design, as in character design, adaptation of a character design, so like accuracy, kind of craft with like the textiles and the textures and the actual like forging of it, which is probably the most important thing, and just kind of like extra gimmicks and stuff. I mean, these are fun to put on display. These are fun to like use for like videos and stuff. These are fun to play with, for children at least. I know it's a pretty way to play with toys as an adult, but like, yeah, there's some cool things you can do with that.
I think I'm the whatever here because these guys go on a lot of adventures. So.
Exactly, but yeah, but like that's actual like videos, and it's really interesting to see you like use that for its own kind of like art form, I guess, and entertainment. Because it's unique to like animation or, you know, something like 3D like rendering.
Alright, just to throw this as a comparison, comparing plush videos to something like Minecraft roleplays, there's, you know, they're two different mediums, but they still do the same thing. They're telling stories.
Absolutely. So, Contra, I think Contra's going to win the QOTD with a last-minute submission. Bee pillow toy that brings back old memories. Love how it looks. I would love to see a photo. But honestly, I think you're deserving. I haven't seen you get a QOTD win in a while. So I'm going to give it to you, Contra. Well played. Check out their channel, dudes. Some good stuff here. And, yeah, ignore that. I was adding timestamps to my other streams, guys, both on Mr. Matt and Continuity Error. I've now finally got timestamps on the Continuity Error live stream, so that's happening. Anyways, DJ, I'm going to end the stream now, so you can do the outro if you want, although your face won't be on camera.
Well, that's fine. So, obviously, till next time. You know, check everything out. Check all the links in the description, and obviously, stay hydrated. And of course,
stay hydrated.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, that was a fun ton of plush adventures. So, I was trying to have something to say. But yeah, that's the journey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned. Content on my channel if you want to see stuff with these plush characters.